Hello friends, welcome to Gcentric. So in this lecture we will still continue with the problems on transient. Okay, so now we have reduced these parameters only to get the specific values. So it is at I1 of 0 plus, okay, this function, and I2 of 0 plus. We have to evaluate. And how is the switch? Switch is at position 1 for long time, and at t equal to 0 what will happen? It will shift to position 2. Okay, so we'll start with step 1. So step 1 says at t equal to 0 minus. Okay, so at t is equal to 0 minus, this will be open. So our circuit will be, this is V and this is closed. So how does with source capacitor behave? It is like an open circuit. Okay, so this will be short, inductor will be short, and here also this is R, it will be open. So this is VC2 0 minus, VC1 0 minus, and current is IL of 0 minus, and here in this circuit they have given I2 of 0 minus, and here it will be, so this will be open, so this will be again if you take I1 of 0 minus. Okay, so before that, if you see in this circuit, in the first circuit, we can see that we want these two current, so it will be like IL of 0 plus. Okay, so this current, if it is coming like this, and this current is also in this direction. Okay, so we will apply KCL at that node. What we will get? This is outgoing, this is outgoing, so I1 of 0 plus, so this is 1, I1 of 0 plus will be equal to IL of 0 plus plus I2 of 0 plus. Okay, so if we find IL of 0 plus, we can do something for getting the I1 and I2 at 0 plus. Okay, so now here the IL of 0 minus will be equal to how much? It is 0. So IL of 0 minus is 0, which will also be equal to IL of 0 plus. Now IL of 0 plus we have got, which we can put it here. So I1 of 0 plus will be equal to I2 of 0 plus. Okay, so if we find any one of the current, we will get easily the other current because it is equal. Okay, so now this is the, now what will be the voltage here across the VC1? Here it is the current in this will be 0, short circuit path, everything will be flowing in this one only. So you will get apply KVL plus V minus VC1 of 0 minus equal to 0. Okay, so V equal to VC1 of 0 minus, which will be also equal for 0 plus. Okay, this is the analysis of step 1. Next we will move to step 2. Okay, at step 2 we have to analyze for 0 plus. So switch will be at this position. Okay, so this will be R. So this is R, and what will be the capacitor? It will be short but with the value of V, voltage source V. Okay, and here inductor will be open. Okay, but with the source of how much? 0 ampere. Okay, so then we have got R. Okay, so this is R, and the capacitor will be short. Okay, so now what we have to analyze? We have got here plus minus, and the current in this one we can take it as I1 of 0 plus, and in this it is I2 of 0 plus, and here it is IL of 0 plus, which is equal to 0. Okay, so now we can, this both currents are equal, this is a series circuit, same current must flow in the series circuit. Okay, so apply KVL, you will get it as minus V. Okay, so I1 of 0 plus will be equal to I2 of 0 plus, which will be equal to minus V upon 2R. Okay, so this is the equation. Now put this equation here in this one. This is minus V by 2R, here also it is minus V by 2R, both will get cancelled, so you will get IL of 0 plus equal to 0, which satisfy the equation of the KCL. So our calculation is correct. Okay, so if you start doing one by one, just by analyzing whatever you get in the circuit, Okay, though it may be not relevant here, still if you get those answers, it is still correct, because at the end we need the answer. So as time goes on with the practice, you will reduce those irrelevant steps also. Okay, so we'll see one more problem based on this and we'll move on to the time constant method. Okay, so coming to question number 173, we have given the switch is closed at t equal to 0. So we have to find all these parameters. So in this case, we have got also second order differentiation. Okay, so here d square and d square I and d square v. So we have to find that also. Okay, so we have to assume that even the circuit is initially relaxed. So step 1 is easier for us to determine now. That is because they have given it is initially relaxed. So when it is initially relaxed, it means that the current through the inductor is equal to 0. Okay, that is 0 plus, and voltage across the capacitor is also equal to 0. Okay, so this is our step 1. So coming to step 2, how do we calculate this one at t equal to 0 plus? So step 2, at t equal to 0 plus, our circuit inductor will be open and capacitor will be short. So this is 100 volt. And we have here closed circuit, this is 10 ohms, this is open, and this is short circuit. Okay, so this is how something it looks like. Okay, so now we have IL of 0 plus also equal to 0. So what we have to find? First we have to find the value of I of 0 plus. Okay, so I of 0 plus. So the current in this one will be 0, that is because it is open circuit. Okay, so when it is open circuit, I of 0 plus equal to 0, but we have VL of 0 plus. Okay, we can find out that if it is 0, then the drop here will be 0 volts. Okay, so apply KVL. If you apply KVL, what will you get? 100 volt equal to VL of 0 plus. Okay, so this can also be written as L di of dt. Okay, so the value of L, they have given it as 1 millihenry. If you take it down, it will be 10 power minus 3 dIL of 0 plus by dt, which will be equal to, if it goes up, it will be 10 to the power 5 ampere per second. Okay, so this we got it. Next, what we have to find? This one is there and this one also is there. We got it as 0, and we have to see VC of 0 plus. Okay, so what will be the VC of 0 plus? So VC of 0 plus is nothing but we can write the current through inductor as C dV by dt. But IC of 0 plus, what we have, we know that it is initially relaxed, so it will be 0, because here it is open circuit. Whatever the current IL of 0 plus, I of 0 plus and IC of 0 plus will be equal. So this is 0. So C is how much? They have given 1 microfarad dVc of 0 plus by dt. So this will be nothing but by dt equal to 0. Now we have to find this also, we have got it. So to find this square term d square Vc, we can differentiate this equation again. So you will get dic of 0 plus dt equal to, C is a constant, so this is d square Vc of 0 plus divided by dt. So this value we have got here as 10 to the power 5. Okay, so C is 1 microfarad, so when it goes up it will be 10 to the power 6. So this is d square Vc of 0 plus by dt. Okay, so which is equal to 10 power 11 voltage per second square. Okay, so this is dt square. So now we have left with one parameter. Okay, so we have got this and this, we have left with square term of second order of current. So how do we find that one? So we can apply, for this one we can apply KVL. So when we apply KVL, we get 100, Okay, so we get 100 minus, this is drop across resistor is 0, minus VL of 0 plus. Okay, so and we have got the inductor also. L di of 0 plus by dt. So this is inductor, we can write it this way. Okay, VL can be written as L di by dt. So this is, there is no need for this one. You can write 100 minus L di of dt. But for the capacitor, what we can write? So this will be minus, okay, integration of IC of 0 plus into dt. Okay, so this will be equal to 0. So when this is, we have equated to 0, we know we have got this value, we have got IC of 0 plus value also, we can differentiate it again. Okay, so when we differentiate it again, this will be 0. Okay, so this will be di L square of 0 plus divided by dt square. This differentiation and that differentiation gets cancelled. Okay, so here one more term is missing, that is 1 by C. Okay, so now we have got here differentiation of constant is 0. We have got this term, we know already IC of 0 plus is equal to 0. So this term will be 0. So now we have L di L square of 0 plus by dt square. Okay, so which will be equal to, if we take that term this side, this differentiation and integration gets cancelled. So it will be 0 plus dt. Okay, so now check if we have got IC of 0 plus. So IC of 0 plus is nothing but equal to 0. So that whole term will be equal to 0. So we get di L square of 0 plus by dt square equal to 0. Okay, so this is the analysis for the second order. Next we will move to the time constant method. Okay, so okay, coming to the time constant thing, so we have got here question number 174. So in this case what we have given voltage, here is a resistor, here are the capacitors. Now if you observe this circuit carefully, we can divide this circuit as capacitor part and resistor part. Okay, so time constant is nothing but for RC circuit it is R times C. Okay, so now there are, when you have got resistors like this, more resistors and more capacitors, what you will take? R equivalent into C equivalent, you will get the time constant. So how do we do that? Now if you see from here, it will be C equivalent. If you see from here, it will be R equivalent. So while calculating resistors, voltage will be short, current will be open. Okay, so C equivalent, now these are in series, but we have to take it as parallel. So 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 it will be 1 farad. So 1 farad plus 1 farad in parallel, you will get C equivalent as 2 farad. So now here coming on this one, 2 and 2 are in parallel. Okay, so they have equal resistance, it will be 1, 1 plus 1 will be 2. So R equivalent will also be 2 ohms. So when you multiply them, you will get the time constant as 4. Okay, so coming to question 175, you have got again same thing but with a current source. So the difference here is, okay, so we can divide this one like this. Okay, so it is open now, so this will be 0, current flowing in that one. So what will be R equivalent? Equal to 3, and what will be our C equivalent? It is same, that will be 2. Okay, but our time constant will be 3 times 2, which will be 6 seconds. Okay, here also 4 seconds. Okay, coming to question number 176. Now they say the switch is open for long time and it is closed at t equal to 0. Then find time constant. Okay, so whenever the switch things come, we are analyzing always at steady state, that is at t equal to infinite. So at t equal to infinite, you divide this one, you get again 2 portions. So L equivalent is 1 millihenry, and here short circuit path, so 0 ampere will be flowing in this one. Okay, so R equivalent will be 1 kilo ohm. So you will not consider the resistor which has 0 ampere current flowing in that one. So the time constant for this one will be L by R equivalent, L equivalent by R equivalent. So we have 10 power minus 3, 10 power 3 will get 10 power minus 6, okay, seconds or 1 microsecond. Coming to question number, so this is up to 176. So coming to question number 177, same thing, we have to find time constant, okay. So here also what we can do, divide this one, okay. Question number 177, we can divide this one, this is in, we will take L equivalent and R equivalent. So these two are in parallel. So 6 Henry is in parallel with 12 Henry, okay. So what you will get, 12 into 6 by 18, 6, 3, so 4 Henry. So 4 Henry in series with 6 Henry, 2 Henry. So L equivalent is equal to 6 Henry. Coming to R equivalent, we have here 2, that is again it will be 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so our tau will be L by R equivalent 6 by 2, 3 seconds. Okay, coming to question number 178, this was asked in GATE 2008. Okay, so we have to find time constant for this one. Okay, we can divide this. So here it will be 0 ampere for calculation of R equivalent. So R equivalent is nothing but you get 6 ohm, and for this one 1 plus 1 is 2 farad. 2 farad in parallel with series with 1 farad, but you will take the parallel operation. Okay, so 2 into 1 by 3, you get 2 by 3 farad. So our time constant will be 2 by 3 into 6, so which will be 4 seconds. Okay, so this is the right answer for this one. Next, coming to, now we have seen all type of things that we can divide resistor separate and capacitor separate, or inductor separate and resistor separate. So if you see in this question, we cannot separate it because they are in between. Okay, voltage is here, inductor is here, again resistor, inductor is there. So for this one, we cannot solve by time domain analysis. So for this one, we require Laplace transforms. Okay, so it is, since it is inseparable, we have to get it done through the Laplace transform. We need to change it to the frequency domain. So in time domain, if they have asked for I of 0 plus 0 minus or IL, okay, so we can be solved easily by time domain analysis. It is inseparable, that is why what they have got multiple time constants. Okay, they have got multiple time constants which cannot be solved by time domain analysis. So that 10% we have to solve it by Laplace domain. Okay, so we'll still solve some more problems and then we will switch into the Laplace domain for solving the transient analysis. Okay, thank you.